Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 2 of our Summer 61 Confederate campaign in version 109 using the A.O.M mod. If everybody saw it, I did release a short video on how to find, install, and use the A.O.M mod. If you're interested in using this yourself, I highly suggest checking that video out, and I will be linking that video at the end of this video, and once again in the description of this video you will find links to their Steam forum page and a link to the mod download itself. So there's that. Also, once again, majority of people who do watch these videos are not yet subscribed. If you're one of those people who keeps on coming back, think about hitting that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you're alerted when the next videos come out. Also, been following along the series and enjoying the content, please remember to hit that like button before we close out the video and we're done watching it. Alright, now we have that out of the way. Last episode, we just fought the first Battle of Manassas. And the way this mod was set up to start with, the two armies are right on top of each other. So we've only advanced the game literally 2 days from last episode. And right now, we are going to have a manpower issue very, very early on. The men fielded is not that big of a difference, but if I go to recruit units, I have an average of 21,000 recruits available, but not a lot in any one state. So that's going to be an issue. So we are rushing down the line to grab Militia Act 2, and as soon as this is complete, I'm going to go straight down to Militia Act 3. I really wanted to hit government funding up, but we need to get our volunteer numbers up. As soon as we have Militia Act 3, we'll jump over here to government funding, and then back down to military 2, so that I can get the core organization and the conscription act. Because we are going to be locked out of emancipation, so we're not going to be able to recruit black soldiers as we are locked in on what we have here. So manpower is going to be a critical issue, especially early in the war. So moving on from there, I have founded Recruitment Command East and Recruitment Command West. RCE is renounced in Macon, but I'm moving over to Columbus, Georgia, where modern day Fort Benning is, just because, that's, for me, that's where the infantry goes to train. So off to Fort Benning they go. And Recruit Command West is right over here in Dallas, but I am moving them down to Houston, so they're closer to the ports and able to move their troops up the rivers more easily, hopefully. That's my thought process. And I don't want them too close to where they can be accidentally engaged by another army. I probably should move them over here to, what town is this? Probably should move them to Shreveport. Just so that they're closer to the front, but I don't want them too close to the front either. If we actually manage to push up and take some of this territory away from the Union, I'll probably change that and move them closer up. So my plans for now is, once the Army of Texas is recruited up, I'm going to combine these mounted rifle regiments with the Indian Army, which is also mounted rifles. And I have 2 divisions of mounted rifles for that army. And I'm going to send them up here into Kansas territory and hopefully take that away from the Union. What I really want is to take this trade hub. That's what I really want. So we have the east-west trade route there. And there's 2 of them in close vicinity to each other, but I really want this one. But I have to take the fort at Pawnee Rock in order to claim that. Once the Florida militia is ready to go. Actually, I learned my lesson last time, so right now we're going to start building a supply depot. Actually, you know what, move them down to Pensacola, then we'll build it. So on my last Confederate campaign, I'm going to be using the It's called Armored Pensacola. I'm going to change the name of that. I'm going to be using this army to siege down fortifications along the coast that are controlled by the Union. And I'm not going to have to fight over Indian territory like I did last time, so that's all in our possession already. So once they're down here, I'm going to send them out to the Dry Tortugas and the Keys and try to take both these forts in order to take away Key West from the Union. But I'll have to be able to see if I can knock their fleet out before I do that. So once the 2 ironclads that are building are constructed, I'm actually going to be sending them out to find the Union fleet that's down here. Instead of making a fight up in Hampton Roads, I'm going to make sure the Gulf is mine to control, and they're going to have no say over it. Because once I have this, I can drop a fleet right here, and they are not going to be able to get past me. That's my plan, at least. So I'll have the Gulf under my control. I'm really looking to my finances in this campaign. As you can see, we're already down to A rating. And all I did was do 2 recruit commands with 2 small batteries as placeholders. And some of the weapons orders that I did in the last episode. And other than that, I am not moving any armies around. Army Potomac's going to sit here. Army of Shenandoah is going to sit in Winchester. And the rest of the armies is still coming up to strength. So Union basically started green while we're still orange and red in most places. And that should cover everything. I'll probably have to pull this army down. They're still transferring in. Definitely got to rename them. But all these units are very severely under strength. Severely. But there's no men to replace them with. And they are armed with mixed muskets, so... Oh, these are mounted rifles. I got to transfer these guys out. The cavalry stay in the mixed... the mounted rifles are going. The cavalry's going... The mixed... keep saying mixed. The mounted rifles are going to the Indian Army. So, actually, yeah, with the Texas mounted rifles, I'll have 3 divisions of mounted rifles. That's very good. So that'll be a force to be reckoned with once they are fully formed up. Alright, that should cover everything for now, and I will be back when something else happens. Alright, we have crossed into August, a few days into August, because I'm busy maneuvering this fleet around. The Gulf Blockading Squadron came out and actually went to look fighting it. And they're down to 1 ship with 2 guns. I should just disband this fleet and put that ship somewhere else. So it's time to go over to monthlies and see what the Union's going to be up to. So the current rating of our nation is AA. Our debt is increased by 90 million, which leaves our liabilities at 90 million. Current economy cycle is expansion, with the wealth of our population is mediocre and increasing compared to the previous month. Our tax revenues increased by 427 million last month. 1 building was constructed. 1 prison camp. Okay, that's the prison camp in Andersonville. I don't think they finished building it yet, though. Total export volume last month was 25 million, with 45 million worth of goods imported. And average corporate production last 3 months, 393 million, which is no change at all. And we do lack iron. And we are full of cotton. Yeah, understandably so. Until we start breaking these blockades, that's going to be full of cotton. So, intelligence. According to our intelligence sources and analysis, the federal government is currently discussing the following policies. Arming of civilian ships. Ooh, that's going to piss off the Europeans. Relations with Spain are at 0. They haven't recruited any more men into brigades, and 4 new ships have started construction. Okay, that's something that's definitely got to change. Every campaign we've seen so far, the AI seems to build ships and lots of them for no reason. Morale of federal armies is at 84%, a change of negative 16%. We only had that minor victory against them, so I understand why their morale is so low. So the only thing that we do have going on right now is I have Once again, I still got to change that name before I forget to. Is we're building a supply depot here at Pensacola to support the siege of Fort Pickens, as he's not perked up yet. So, and this will help him get faster to the siege perk that I need him to have. So there's that, and that should cover everything for this month. As I said, still waiting on policies to enact, so still 11 days away from Militia Act 2. And like I said, I'm going to go straight into Militia Act 3 once I have that. But once we have Militia Act 2... Ooh. Where did you come from? Army of Occupation, 7,000 men. The Army of Shenandoah, 12,000 men. How many do I have in my Shenandoah? Alright. Jackson, you're going to start coming south. Looks like we're going to have a fight down here at Stanton. We'll see. That's if they're still there or not. They're not controlling the IP yet, but they might be trying to seize it. So I'm going to beat back this army and then run back north and take on the Army of Shenandoah. Classic Jackson in the valley. So, I'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Just a little update here. I did send Jackson down to Stanton to chase the Army of Occupation. They'd actually already moved away. They had to be gone quite a few days before he got down here, because they're all the way over here now. Just outside of Charleston, West Virginia. So, I got the Army of Kanawha here, which is only 5,100 men, but the Army of Occupation is only 7,000 men. So, it's only a 2,000 man difference, so we should be able to hold them off, and they are suffering attrition. So, I'm not overly worried about them. So, just a little bit of a movement update there. I'll be back once we have contact with the enemy if they choose to fight. Alright, so the Army of Occupation has decided to stop advancing on Charleston. They're sitting right outside of it, and they started constructing a supply depot. So, my army's not at full readiness yet, so I'm going to let this cook until I'm in the yellow. Full range is 50 days. Okay, Floyd's got to be a crappy commander. Actually, let's take a look at him right now. I don't even know who this guy is. He's got fame, though. And his stats are coming up. Alright. You get to stay for now, buddy. Jackson's back up in Winchester. So let's cook up a little more. And the Union has completed arming of civilian ships. Alright. Hopefully my 2-year draft will be coming up soon. Let's take a look at that. I'll be ready in a few hours. There we go. There we go. 2-year volunteers. Run right into Militia Act 3. That really did not jump up the number of volunteers available. I had 27,000 available. That only added another 10,000 to my availability pool. Like an extra 880 have been added to Texas. They had 1,009, now 1,889. I do not have a lot of troops available at all. That will take 31 days. But they've already paid for it with the construction costs, so let's go take this away from them. And he shouldn't be having any attrition, unless there's bad weather right now. Speed this up a little bit. Watch us finish building. Okay, Andersonville prison camp just finished. I still haven't done my engineer corps yet. That's going to be a project that's coming up. But we'll fight this battle. Maybe they'll stay and fight, maybe they won't. And then we'll do some unit recruitment now that I have 2 years contract in. Get some of the subscriber units done. Alright, they have 6,565 men and 19 guns against my 3,779 infantry, 1,200 cavalry, 9 guns. Maybe I shouldn't have picked this fight. But it is George McClellan, and he's operating down in the Western Virginia area, so he's got to go. Let's see what type of trouble we get up into. I'll be back after the load screen. Alright, welcome to the Battle of Galey Bridge. This is not going to be a large battle at all. This is a skirmish in the grand scheme of things, but for early war it is a battle. So they are holding here. What's the name of this objective? Mount Lookout Road. Oh, there. It's right there in front of me. Yeah. They don't have any reinforcements coming in, but I got to cross this river to get to them. And this map is always tricky. Because you don't have many crossing points. You basically just have this ford down here. I think there might be another one up here. Yeah, all the way over here. There's only 2 crossing points for the river here. Yeah, Carnifex Ferry. If this is an actual location. This was a Battle of Carnifex Ferry did happen. It wasn't a big fight. Probably about the same number of troops were engaged that we have on the field right now. But it was not a big fight. But the terrain does look like this. I have been to the Carnifex battlefield. It's not really a battle. It's not marked as a battlefield as such. It's more of a public park than anything with a few signs up. 'Cause that's how big the battle was. It wasn't very large at all. But these gullies, it is like this. This is what the terrain is like. So I'm going to get my soldiers on the road and marching down here to Confederate. I'm going to cross them, start them here and march them around this way. It's 8 a.m. I probably won't start the attack until day 2. Because actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to march my guys out here and come around this way, so I'm not attacking up this mountainside. My men will be exhausted by the time I make it here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to march my men all the way over to here, cross here at Battle Run, come down this farm track, which ends here, so I have to march through the woods. It'll take forever for the artillery to come up, and hit this road here and come back down this way. Be my best approach option, because this, I'm not attacking up this. I've actually defended on this map before. I just lined my men up here and just fired down into that gully and, you know, decimated the armies that tried coming at me. So, alright, I'll be back once I have my army in position. Alright, just a quick update here. It's now 1740 or 1800 on day 1. Let's pause that real fast. Keep going and play. And I have managed to march my army across the map down here. You see the artillery is still coming up. They actually move pretty fast even for the terrain. But they are falling behind because they did have to cut through the woods without a road. So we are now within striking distance of the objective for morning operations. So that's a good thing. And just like I said, I figured this would be a 2-day battle. There was going to be no fight today, so I will be back when we turn over to day 2 and get my army prepped for offensive operations. Alrighty, we have spotted some enemy defensive works here. I am slowly grouping my army forward because I did have the daylight. It's going to end any minute now. So we have spotted their defensive works. It's a good thing. Oh, it looks like they were looking for me. Look at that. Oh, we got to take advantage of this right now. Okay. So they came out looking for me. That is a major advantage. They're over here. I don't know what McClellan was thinking, but we are taking full advantage of that. I'm going to set these units up, and I will be back. Alright, kind of set my army up in line over here, actually. I should leave a cav brigade there to take that point. So, not really good terrain. It is crap terrain, to be honest with you. I have no clear fields. Whoa, there's a brigade over there. Let's face you two to fight them just in case they approach. And there's no good fields of fire from my artillery, so they're going right up here on the fence line, and they're going to be in musket and canister range at the same time, because there's just no good fields of fire here. Even when I set them back, there's nothing for them to shoot at, so they're going straight up on the line. Hopefully lend their canister fire to the fight, because this is both of these armies' first fights. I'm hoping they will have a big effect on the outcome. So, let's get this kicked off. Up, he's gone. Where'd they go? If I can move those guys there and they'll still capture it. Where'd they go? That's not good. I was hoping it'd still be there. Doesn't look like. Just take precautions here. Skirmishers out. You guys know I'm not a big skirmisher user, but in this case it's necessary. And these guys aren't even big enough to send out skirmishers, are they? No, they are not. The hell they go? Oh, it can't be behind me. We've switched sides on the map. I'm hoping they're down here somewhere and have to come up the mountain to come get me, which will be perfect. So I'll be back once we find out where McClellan has gone off to. Alright, I think I may have spotted them. So the AI used some of their engineering points to build this pontoon bridge down here. And we have skirmishers spotted up here. So I'm now in control of the victory location. We got the cavalry defending those positions there. I'm sending Loring's division down this way. Because if they come this way, I don't know if they're going to be able to climb these hills or not. But they may use this road. So I'm going to have Loring's division build defensive works basically in an L shape here to fire down this ravine road here. Because once I hold this victory location long enough, they have to come and get it. So, this may stretch into a several-day battle, depending on what the AI wants to do. They may just sit there until the clock runs out, but who knows? Because they built more defensive works for no reason. I'm not going after them over there. So I'm going to leave my skirmishers here, watching over these roads. They'll probably get pushed off pretty easily. But they got to cross there. The skirmishers can do some damage to them. The only other way to get over here is the way I came. I don't see the AI might do that. They've done weirder things. They might just do that. But as long as I have them sighted over here, I am not worried about it. So I will be back. Alright, we are nearing the end of day 2. McClellan still has not moved. He's got a case of the slows, as usual. And as you can see, I've had my units back here busy as bees, and now all of my infantry brigades have their first perk from building these entrenchments, and the cavalry's actually building them too. So as long as they are dismounted, they can build earthworks, so you can get your cavalry's first perk this way also. Not as fast as the infantry, apparently, but they will slowly perk up building entrenchments. Let's speed this along here. So I want to see if this is going to reset in another direction, because if it does, we are going to have to attack them. Otherwise, this battle will never end. So let's run this forward and see what happens. Because at the end of yesterday, this arrow was about the same location even before we held the defensive point, and then it ticked back over this way. So I want to see if it shifts back in that direction to any major degree. If it does, we will find a way of coming at them. But the only good way of doing that would be recrossing where I came from originally, and then I have a feeling the AI would just come over this way and retake the position. So it's not something I want to do. And I don't want to split my army up, leaving some guys here while I march everybody else around. Anybody I leave here, if they get attacked, they'll have no support, and for them to join the attack, they have to come up this cliffside. So I just do not want to do that. What did they end at? Ends at 2100. I'll let this sit for a few seconds. I was really hoping for a nice little sharp fight, and we're just not getting it. Though on the reverse side, we are taking attrition casualties on both sides. So overnight, I lost 57 men. And his number's gone up. He's lost a few more. Oh, nope, there it is. 198. He lost 198 men overnight to my 57. So if this keeps up, I'll keep it going for days, and he'll hit his retreat factor before I do. And I will just keep this going, since I do not have the manpower to just throw guys away in one of my attacks. Yeah, 200 losses put him at 2.9%. Casualties 57.1.1. So I am not going to attack if I do not have to. I know that's not normally how I would do this, but right now I just do not have the troops in the field to throw people away. Day should be ending now. There we go. Okay, it didn't move. Alright. So, I'm going to continue perking up my guys, and I'll be back either with the fight or day 4 possibly. We'll see. Alright, we've actually now moved into day 4. I'm not even sure how long I've been sitting here watching this ticker tick forward, but we're now somewhere in between the D and the G of Galey Bridge. We've lost sight of McClellan because a thunderstorm has moved in, but I don't believe they've moved from this location. They haven't done so yet. I don't think they are going to. So all of my units, minus the artillery, are now perked up. I gave everybody but McCaw's... no, Wisely just got sharpshooters. Everybody else has ace of spades for now, because I do envision this army mostly being on the defensive. I'm not going to put too much into the Western Theater of Virginia, as I just plan on really just hanging on to it more than anything. And trying to decide what perks I'm going to give the cavalry, as they are not large enough to send out vedettes, so they really can't scout. So I'm thinking about giving them all Lightning Brigade, which allows them to fight from behind cover. So it gives them extra cover and gives them a faster reload speed. It's Vanguard. I should probably give them Vanguard, honestly, since I will be moving them forward. That are Stormers. They can run and fight and lose formation. I'm going to hold off on picking any perks for them for right now until I figure out what I want to do with them. But, yeah, like I said, we're in day 4, slowly ticking this over. And casualties, we're now at 162. They're at 369. So, what does that bring us up to on percentages? That brings them to 5% and us to 3%. So, they can eat the casualties more than we can. But I think we'll trit them out before they trit us out with just sitting here. We'll probably take more casualties overnight because of this rainstorm. So, I'll be back. Alright, McClellan has finally decided to leave the field. I think I've been staring at this screen for an hour and a half now. Just a few minutes for you guys, but goddamn. That took forever. Even though there was no fighting, he took 350 casualties, I took 162. So, we're not even going to go through the post-battle screens. I'll be back once we're on the strategic map and we'll start recruiting some units. Alright, we've finally seen McClellan off after our staring contest. Just be thankful you didn't have to sit there and stare at the screen like I did. Ugh. We'll let that slowly roll off. But now that we have some extra troops available, I am going to start recruiting some requested units. So I did receive requests for a lot of British units. So I think I'm going to division those all up. But just to fill out the Corps of the Potomac, I have to change this name. That's the Corps of the Potomac, not the Army of the Potomac. I tried putting Lee in charge, but he's already a full general, so he can't take charge of this corps. He's got to have an army command. So once I have the army command, they're going into it. Now leave Beauregard in charge of the corps. So let's go check out Recruitment Command East. What do we have available here? I'm only going to be recruiting 1,500 man brigades, because there are just not a lot of troops available. I don't even have anybody available in Virginia. Jeez. Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina. We'll go South Carolina. This will be my unit. Ooh, the mod changed how many troops you can recruit. So 2,500, 1,200, and 1,750. So instead of 1,500 man units, it's going to be 1,200 man units. Sorry, Hill, you are not taking command of this army. Army Brigade. Let's grab my traitorous New Yorker here, which is myself. This will be Grunt Paws Grunts. Alright, next unit. Actually is Worms' unit. And he wants the North Durham Rangers out of North Carolina. Infantry, 1,200 men. Northern Rangers. And he wanted any Old West Pointer to be the commander. So I what? Can't I give him command? So I created an unrepentant colonial for Worms is here. Now I can't put him in command of the brigade. Oh, there we go. There you go, Worms. You got an unrepentant colonial, an old man. So it doesn't give us a. What do we got here? No. Okay, so I made him as old as I possibly could, and he's born on July 4th. You're welcome. At least I think it's funny. And let's see here. You wanted Mississippi rifles. Do I have Mississippi's available? No, I do not. I have none available right now. So, I'm going to give you Enfields. Same here. I got more Enfields on the way. I know everybody, basically everybody wants Enfields. They're on the way. Next unit, Yale County Rifles. They're from Arkansas, so they're going out to a western unit. And okay, Mr. White, I do not have any Arkansas troops available. If you are watching this, please let you know if you'd like them from another state. Because I just don't have any Arkansas troops available right now, so please let me know. Alright, next unit from Missouri, Big Muddy. And I don't have enough troops from Missouri yet. That's Mr. Odell. Gentlemen, if you actually wait until I have 3-year contracts or the draft, I should have enough men for those units. Wow, I really do have a manpower issue. So back to Recruitment Command East, we have a request for Benning's Georgia Brigade. Please tell me we have Georgians. Yes, we do. All right. Any specialty uniforms? Confederate gray with sky blue trousers. So I think that's what he's got on right now. Yep. That actually looks really, that color combination I use often. It looks really good on the map. Alright, now we gotta find, hopefully Benning's not already in use. There we go. We got Benning in charge of them. Alright, next up, another Georgia unit for Mr. Floria. This will be the Statesboro Blues Devils. Uniform, light blue jacket with white trousers. And you'd like John Gordon in charge. There we go, John Gordon. weapons before I forget. Yeah, if you don't see the weapons you want, don't worry, there are more on the way. I just wish I can cancel this order on the reboard muskets. Because this is... I increased the delay on that. 702 days, another 702 days, and we're a month into the game for these 10,000 reboard muskets. So I will not be ordering more of these things. They are not worth the wait. It's just a waste of money. All right, next up, Kentucky. So back to Recruitment Command West. And we have just enough men for a Kentucky unit. This is for Mr. Hughes, the Kentucky Orphan Brigade. So the Orphan Brigade already exists in the game. It's part of the A.O.M. mod. So yeah, so we shouldn't be confusing them. We'll just call them the Kentucky Orphan Brigade instead of just the Orphan Brigade. And you want a butternut uniform. Benjamin Helm in charge. I don't think there's a Helm in the game. Benjamin McCullough, Benjamin Humphreys, Benjamin Eshelman. There is no Helm available in the game that I can see. I didn't know I would have to create him. Let me know if you'd like a different commander. So you got McCown right now, and yeah, he's artillery, but he's got really good stats. I'm going to replace him with an infantryman. I'll just get rid of that. Actually, getting right now you got Bushrod Johnson. He's actually a fairly decent commander. I don't think anybody else wanted him. But let me know if you'd like a different commander for that brigade. Sorry, gents, like I said, the reboards are all I have for right now. And next up, Instat Sharpshooters. So I think I'm going to need these guys out west here. So I'm going to recruit them out of Texas. There's not too many men available in Texas. I want green uniforms. So if you go with Field Green in Tuscaloosa, it looks pretty good. For these boys. No, it's 1A. All right, and 2 N's. Sorry, McCown, you're not taking an infantry unit. Should be showing more officers available. And you're going to get a Vander Law for this brigade for now. Let me know if you want that officer changed. We we have the Steering Panther Cavalry. I'm actually going to use an existing cavalry unit for that since I don't see myself recruiting more. So we're going to give you the 3rd Virginia. Green jackets and white pants. Let's see how that looks on the battlefield. And they have a decent carbine for right now. Next up, I got a lot of British units here. Yeah, I should have made the unrepentant colony. I'm going to put these guys all in one division. And I believe these are all going to go to, let's create a new division here, Tombs. What we got here? Maybe McCown will get that division. McCown, you have a job. You get the best stats for a division commander right now. We get the Royal Green Jackets. I'm going to draw all these troops out of North Carolina. I'm going to do Field Green and Tuscaloosa for this unit. This for a little breakup in color. And this is actually the unit that I ordered the Whitworths for because I knew they were going to be requested. And he actually requested it while I was shooting that video, the last video. So and you want a Reynolds in command. So you're getting, there we go. Pretty decent stats there. You're getting an Alexander Reynolds. Where's he from? Virginia. Alright, so next unit. Southern Highlanders. Gray top and red trousers. There we go. Any Mick in charge, so anything with an MC. Ah, Lafayette McClaws, there you go. I believe he's a Scottish heritage. We have the 1st East Surreys. Red jackets and gray bottoms. With a butler in charge. And we got William Butler. What is he doing right now? He's Lieutenant Colonel, so he's in charge of something. Matthew Butler. Oh, you know what? Volunteers and political officers, they cannot be in charge of units from other states. So, Mr. Reynolds, if you're watching, how's this commander look? He's an engineer, so let's give them an infantry officer. Oh, you're going to get Lewis Armistead for right now, but let me know if you want that changed. And we have a battery of British artillery. So we'll do them North Carolina. That entire division's going to be North Carolina. Battery. You want a 12-pounder field guns, which I do not have at the moment. I can't even make them right now. But we'll take care of that. And 4th RFA Exiles. And I don't know why it showed me Pemberton. Yeah, let's replace you with an artilleryman. And it's a small battery, so it's got to be lieutenant. Oh, damn, John Pelham's got some good stats there. We'll give that to Pelham for now, but he's probably going to get a division at some point. I think that covers everything. So, except for Mr. White and Mr. Odell, because there were no troops from those states available. You hang tight, they will become available, but just not quite yet. Crap, I gotta give these guys weapons. There's just plenty of reboard muskets for me to hand out. And I do need to recruit some units for the West. Actually, no, we should be good for right now. Oh, Army, Tennessee is going to need people. Oh, yeah. These units actually were created at the start. This was, except the Army Brigade already existed. Oh, what's going on? That's going to be another memory issue. I hate it when that happens. So, I think that should cover everything for this episode. Not a very exciting episode, I'm sorry to say. But, I've already been sitting here for, almost 3 hours, recording this very, very short video, and I still have to edit it. So, I believe we'll call the episode here. I'm sorry it wasn't more exciting. If you've been watching this and you'd like a unit in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, what state they're from, officers, weapons, and I will oblige you on all counts if possible. If you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, remember to hit that bell icon. Also, you've been following along in the series and enjoying the content, please remember to hit that like button. And I will see you all on Friday with the next episode. Have a good one.